to Mo the Taropist. This is your girl Mo, and the imaging is careful praising. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Don't mind me. I'm cold. I'm always cold when I first wake up. Hence this, so I can still move. I have the blanket. I can't move right. Anyways, this is Mo the Taropist. I'm here live for your love reading. This reading is going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I specifically would look into your Venus and your Sun sign for these readings. Let's go ahead and get started. What message do we have here for the fire signs, particularly for the Venus or Sun signs? Of course, you can watch it for whatever you want. What's going on in love? What's going on in love? Interesting. Messages. Okay, so immediately I get this sense that, particularly if you are a woman, we'll get into it if you're a man, but if you are a woman, you don't fit into those general rules when it comes to what a woman is, the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you feel this may prevent you from finding your mate, your soulmate, but I also feel the sense that you are trying to stay positive when it comes to that. You're trying to have this understanding that each of you bring a different perspective to the relationship. I do want to address this Five of Wands with the Eight of Cups, and immediately I got walking away from a toxic relationship. So you recently just walked away from somebody who is very toxic and who is not benefiting you in the long run when it comes to the relationship and what it is that you were desiring for that relationship. So you decided to walk away. You decided to spill all the cups of that relationship and move on to something else. With the Page of Wands on the reverse, you are feeling the need to slow down and not move too quickly into the next relationship. You could have just gotten out of this energy as well, where you were previously or in the past you have jumped into other relationships right after leaving one, and this time you're deciding to take the time. Yeah, I feel like tonight it should have been like this. You're taking the time to heal. You're taking the time to look at your pains, to slow down and look at the pains that you've experienced in love. And you are deciding that this means you need to walk away. This means that this relationship is not healthy for you. It's quite toxic, and you may have felt it, but maybe not wanted to believe how this relationship was. But this relationship in particular that you recently just left, And maybe a few of your other ones have left you feeling very disconnected from self, very injured, very broken. I feel like, in particular, with this relationship, with the Five of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Excuse me. With this Five of Wands, and that speaks to quarrel and disagreement. I even look at it as a bit toxic. Let me get some clarifying cards. However, before I get those clarifying cards, I do want to preface that there is some kind of soulmate equal reciprocity. I'm pretty sure I said that word wrong. But anyways, there's an equal give and take between you and somebody else in a new relationship coming up with the Two of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. There is a financial share going on. There could even be a share of security. Like, you make that person feel just as secure as they make you. And that's even despite your desire not to hold those traditional roles in the relationship. There's the Three of Pentacles. So here, this is talking about collaboration and working together. So in this case, with the Three of Pentacles, you are looking for a relationship where you feel like you can where you can grow with them and they can grow with you. While nobody in this world is perfect, you desire finding somebody that meets your common goals and your desire to want to do more or better for yourself, even if it's not based on societal norms. Clarifiers, please. Clarifiers. You had to make a hard decision. But the decision had to be made so you could release the burden. That relationship was more of a burden. I feel like there's success here for you. It may not initially feel that way because it originally was shown to me in the reverse. So you may not initially feel like there is success here for you in this relationship or moving forward in love, but there is. You just need to have patience and get to know yourself. I saw the Queen of Swords in reverse. So when it comes to the individual self, as I'm saying, get to know yourself, I feel that that's telling me that you are not 100% sure on some things that you're asking for or you desire. And so it's causing more of a burden to you because you're not asking for the right things in the relationship. You end up leaving the relationships very disappointed. And so at this time, Spirit's asking you to sit down and make these choices. You've left this person, but don't go into another relationship. Sit down with yourself and decide, what is it that you need in a relationship? And you may need to do some healing to discover that. What is it that you desire in a relationship? Again, you need to sit down and make a choice with yourself. You need to think about these things. I'm also seeing in my mind's eye the hanged man, the hanged one. And you need to go into a period of introspection. It's not going to be a long period. It's not going to be forever, but it's going to be for a time that is healthy for you, that you are needing in this time to, move forward. And while I'm encouraging you to do so, while I'm saying you need to, it is still ultimately up to you whether you decide to do this. So if you choose to jump right into another relationship, I must forewarn that if you don't look at the call within, the things within first, you may end up in the same exact relationship, but with somebody new. Okay. So while it may be a new person, this new person is going to still bring you burdens. It's still going to weigh you down. It's still going to be toxic and full of conflict. And you're still going to end up walking away from that relationship because there are things within that you need to address before you get into the relationship that you're desiring. Because I feel like this is a pile that's really desiring that true, deep love, but you want the person that desires this true, deep love to have this understanding that you are. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? That you're not wanting to be taken advantage of, that you are truly wanting to move forward with grace and love for one another. You could feel like you tried manifesting this person and this person just doesn't exist with this magician in the reverse. But then you have the Nine of Cups, which look at her. She looks so very happy. So happy. So this tells me that you are getting fulfillment, but it's very important that you take time to understand why it is rest. Take time to pour out the old cups. Okay. It's okay. You could be in that moment where you're taking time to pour out the old cups. Because then you have the Six of Cups here as well. So you could be taking time to pour out those old cups and learning what it is or why it is that you do certain things in certain relationships um, or in love relationships in general because you are wanting to make sure that you're creating a solid foundation moving forward. You're not wanting to have all this instability and lack of boundaries because you appreciate the what's the word? You appreciate the companionship that this person is bringing you. And I feel the need to emphasize it's a new person. So make sure that you are during this time, especially if you've recently broken up with somebody, or let go of a certain situation or change the way things are. Because even if you're in a relationship, you could be just moving into a new chapter where you guys are both making this decision to break away from old cycles, break away from old habits, to stop repeating those toxic behaviors that provide burdens for each and every one of you in the relationship, and you're deciding to slow down and stop moving forward with so much passion and oomph at this time. And you're looking at ways that you can intentionally and potentially and rationally heal from these pains. And with that Six of Cups, I'm thinking some of these pains that you're feeling are coming more from your childhood wounds than necessarily anything that person has done to you. So if you're in a relationship, it's more of you going back and unraveling some of those childhood pains or the way you've seen things handled so you can move forward and do something different. Because with the Two of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, it's telling me that you guys have a very strong love for one another. It's very reciprocal. You give a little, they give a little. You love them, they love you. You take care of them, they take care of you. It's very mutual in that aspect. And then you have the Knight of Wands on top of it. So it's very passionate, very fiery. Okay. Very full of love and light. And it may not be like that all the time, but it's definitely full of all your childhood desires when it came to marriage and relationship. And I wanted to clarify that this does not just talk about a man and a woman together. It could be a man, a woman and a woman. I don't really care. So if you're listening and it resonates for where you're at in your life, it's meant for you. I don't care who it is you're asking for. Now, in the future, if you want more particular love readings, go ahead and let me know in the comment section, because I've thought about love readings for throuples. I've also thought about just like right now it's a general love reading. So just love readings for couples. I've also thought about um, I have a notebook where I create my spreads and stuff, and you might have seen me writing in it on Instagram. But I have a couple of different ideas in there. One of them is the entanglement of the hearts, or entangled hearts, and it's a love reading for couples. And if you're in like a polyamorous relationship or anything like that and you're interested in love readings, let me know. Because I would love to support you. Yes, I would. All right, that's all I have. If you're interested in longer readings, again, just let me know down in the comment section. Otherwise, I'll see you next week or maybe the week after. I haven't decided how often I'm going to be doing the cosmic love readings. Just stick with me. Make sure you subscribe, press the notification bell, like this video, share it with a fellow fire sign. I was going to say air sign, so maybe you have air in your chart and you'll be joining me for the air video tomorrow. Anyways, thank you again for joining me. Peace, love, and many blessings.